y'all. Hopefully that's a little better. Try just a little bit. How's everybody? I'm gonna give it a couple minutes to see if anybody comes on. Looks like we're gonna have Dolly in the camera again tonight. Bad thing is when she does that, I don't have no room for my cards. Sweetheart. Can you get her to go over to you, Justice? Can you go over there? Can you go over there, Justice? All right. Just can you do me a quick favor? Read out my notebook. It's either on my bed. It's the gray one, the gray notebook, or it's by the TV. The gray notebook. You go grab it for me. I think it's by my TV. Should be laying down. Yeah, I got in here and I forgot to grab my book for channel messages. Sorry, y'all. It's one of those nights. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use that one. I know for sure I'm using this deck for the collective read tonight. Yeah, it's that one. I'm going to use this Goddess Love Oracle though. Well, alright then. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you. But I do have a couple channel messages for today. I'll get to those here in just a second. I'll wait till some more people come on. Basically, just the channel song that I had this morning. Which I didn't listen to that song a lot. It's like more my sister's vibe type music. Just that band in particular, I don't think I listened to a lot. I'm trying to remember who it was. Hold on, I'll look at my notebook. Alright, the channeled song was Bare Naked Ladies 1 Week. And I've heard the song before, but that's not one that I've listened a lot to. So I feel like that applies to someone in the collective. So you may need to go listen to that song. I listen to it because anytime I get a song, I listen to it to see what message is in there for me. The lyrics in that song, there's a lot of there's stuff in there, but then there's stuff that's kind of gibberish. But maybe it resonates with one of you guys. Like it's a song maybe that you used to listen to, or maybe it has a memory. We tend to tie emotions to songs. We'll have certain memories attached to certain songs. Yeah, I'm going to use this deck, and then I might incorporate this one as a secondary. I'm going to get the initial message out of this one, which I'll pull from the bottom. I always do. Stillness. Be calm and quiet. I think we got this one. It's a couple lives ago. It's a number 7. 7 is a very spiritual number. There's 7 trees above her head. Looks like a crown. There's a barn owl, a dove, some other kind of bird. Kind of looks like a little sparrow or something on her shoulder. In the back, it looks like there's a deer, a buck, because he's got a rack. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 stars, that equals a 6. Six of Cups, maybe. I don't know, I'm kind of getting a little nostalgia from this. I know, if anybody is feeling this, the shift in the energy, because we're officially in Scorpio season now. We just left out of Libra season. We're in Scorpio, and this full moon I did check is on the 28th. So that, even though it's in Scorpio season, it will be, it's in Taurus, which is the opposite of Scorpio. So if, you're a Scorpio north node, and then you have Taurus is your south node, because Taurus is the opposite. Excuse me, this may have some definite effect on you as far as changes go. I just got indigestion out of nowhere. I really feel like with this card that the guides are asking us in this moment I'm getting gratitude from this card. Just the look on her face and how the barn owl and the dove is curled up to her. It's, to me, it's giving me the vibration of, being one with self. And when you're one with self in the moment, you're flowing with the energy. With that, you're in tune with Gaia and everything around you, knowing that everything is an extension of you energetically. Whatever you are within, you show outside you. And a lot of you may be attracting animals, birds. I've been seeing tons of birds these past few lives, past probably 2 weeks, lots of birds. Yesterday, there was a massive one that I saw. And it was I think it was a pelican, actually. It was really big. And, but most of the birds I've seen have been a lot of small birds, but all different colors. Birds, they're messengers. I feel they're ancestors also, letting you know that they're present and they're with you during this time. There is a lot of transformation going on. Like I've said before in my lives, these particular ones that are going on, because we've got the eclipses, this year is very significant. I just feel that this year is very significant for the collective. There's a lot of things changing. But with this, I just feel like it's just being in a state of peace and calm. I will get some other cards to clarify, because like I said, this is at the bottom. This is underlying energy. I feel this is energy within itself. A lot of you have had or have been having this feeling, like the past 3 days I've really started feeling the shift with the moon and stepping into Scorpio season. But usually I feel the shift like sometimes 3 or 4 days before the moon even comes in. Usually you feel it just a couple days. Sometimes it's a couple, just like 2 or 3 days before. Might just be the day before. It really just depends on what's in your chart and what's being highlighted at that point on your birth chart with what moon. I'm going to shuffle this and see what cards come out, and then see what other guidance that we have. Because like I said, that's underlying energy within, I feel like that's within self. Just being nurturing to yourself at this time. I'm getting a lot of nurture from that card. I feel like the ancestors are very strong. There's like with the top of this card, the crown that she has on her head, it's trees. And these trees, I mean, just the way they look, even though they don't have any branches, so definitely wintertime vibe with that. So I feel with this by winter, there's going to be so many things that have changed. Those trees to me look very strong. And 7, it can also be representative of ancestors, guides that you have around you at this time. The 2 cards that came out, and another one, calmness. Number 4, let things settle. So like I said, there's been a lot of ups and downs, peaks and valley energy, um, leading up to this these eclipses. And by the time the one hits on the 28th, which is Taurus, it's a Taurus moon, I feel like things will have settled by then. And some of you have gone through some massive changes during this time. That's a 4, so that can have something to do with your own stability. But we're being asked to see things from a different perspective, from the enlightenment perspective, a higher understanding. So that everything that has happened, you will be able to be in a state of calmness within yourself. Knowing that whatever happens is for your highest good. What's happening is not happening to you, it's happening for you. And with, like I said, that 4, it can be anything that has to do with your stability, things that's been changed. Whether it was a change of job, change of relationship, things that are meant to fall away are falling away. And I feel like that's why we've got the stillness and calmness here. And with that being a 7 and that being a 4, that equals an 11. And then this card is enlightenment, number 10. Let goddess light fill you. And she's got, it looks like a swan on top of her head. And with that circle in the center, I mean, I'm getting Leo energy just because it's, it reminds me of the sun card. But my first feeling with this was heart chakra awakening. And I know I've been feeling that myself personally. A lot of love energy, like this past, I would say 3 days. A lot of very nurturing, loving, embracing. We did talk about this on one of the lives, embracing the divine feminine energy, being open to love, and with her holding that flame passion. Honestly, considering like where she's holding it, that would be the root chakra. Where she's holding that at, that would be like your base root chakra. And then to me, I just get heart chakra with this because I know that's just, what I've been feeling is heart chakra. There are a lot of birds, and we've been having that in the cards. This one's got that. I don't know what kind of birds these are, but they're on Finding Nemo. The ones that are mine. I don't know what they're called, but that kind of bird's on there. So some of you can be seeing these types of birds. I don't know if they're seagulls. Justice, do you know, are they seagulls? Is it a seagull? I thought seagulls were big. Anyways, okay. So I guess a seagull. I don't know. But that's what that looks like to me. And then you've got the seal there. Some of you, because there's water here. You've got earth here with the underlying, that's grounded energy. Here you've got water, and then it says calmness, let things settle. And I feel like with all this water in this card, it's asking you to allow your emotions to settle. Because water represents emotion. Some of you may swim. I'm getting that energy. Or take an Epsom bath at this time. That will help grounding, to help ground this energy. Release the flow of the emotion, though. Don't hold it in. It's very important right now. Don't hold it in. Whatever needs to come out right now needs to just flow. And I feel like if you allow this, goddess light to fill you, which I feel is your higher self, your inner light, if you let that to shine out, you will feel this heart chakra awakening, and you may cry. You may have emotions coming out of nowhere. Like one minute you're fine, next minute you're crying. Or one minute you're laughing, and the next minute you're crying. I mean, it can be any way, but I'm just getting so much emotion off of these two cards because there's so much blue. I mean, this one gives me very earth energy, very grounded, stillness. You got all the outdoor, all these animals. They're all very comfortable, relaxed. This energy looks very comfortable as well, but it looks all watery. And with this one up here, crown chakra, the swan. I'm also getting downloads from that card, that swan being right above her crown chakra. And, we've been talking about that for the last couple of lives I've done when I've done readings. I've been talking about downloads from your ancestors and your higher self. But in order to get this enlightenment, this understanding, you're going to have to be in a state of groundedness, stillness, and you're going to have to settle whatever emotions come up. Allow them to flow. Allow whatever fears may pop up to go away. And over here on the bottom of the deck, after I shuffle this dedication card, which is a 9. It says your challenges will reap rewards. The card says dedication. It's a 9. 9s are stability, completions of cycles. But with that, I'm also getting very earthy energy. Connection with animals. Definitely. This deck to me always has a very nurturing grandmother vibe to me. I always connect with my grandmother with this deck. And I feel like tonight, you guys, a lot of you are receiving this nurturing energy from your ancestors, your past on loved ones. I'm getting very feminine energy. It doesn't mean it has to be a female, though. We know that we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. But I've known plenty of male people have very feminine energy, and I've known very females that have very masculine energy. And I myself went through most of my life, having a lot of masculine energy and kind of hiding away my feminine energy. A lot of childhood belief systems, traumas, and things like that I had to heal within myself. I had to find me again. And it was easier for me to deal with stuff when I wasn't so attached to my heart. At least that's what I believed. Now I know how to balance it, masculine and feminine. Um, don't be afraid to allow these emotions to flow. This applies to me too because I am a part of this collective that I read for. So if you guys, if nobody catches this live, if you watch this at a later time, it'll still apply. I watch readings, and sometimes it goes. I've had some that'll resonate from a year ago. I'll have some that were from 2 years ago. But if they pop up on my YouTube for me to watch, I pay attention to those because those are all messages. It's a way that they guide us. Um, Things you may have that pop up on your phone randomly. Songs. If you have songs playing in your head, make sure you listen to those. If you have things that pop up in your mind, a memory or something like that. Anything. Um, Me, it's songs because I can hear certain songs and remember a certain memory that I've attached to some of them. Bottom of the deck is peace. I'm a being of love, and I release all negative energy. I'm going to shuffle this deck and see if they have a clarifier for us. Collective, please. I don't know if they want that one. This one too. Bottom is judgment. We've got courage, freedom, growth, and relationship. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. We were talking about that with that calmness card, about being able to face the emotions that come up. Freedom, I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness. So knowing that you are the creator of your reality, what is within you is projected outside of you, and you will see that in your experience. Growth, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. In relationships, I'm attracted to those people who serve to my higher good. So honestly, I feel like they're just reiterating that this is the energy I was talking about earlier about filling that heart chakra, that love energy. Excuse me. Oh, I like this song that's playing. But they came out together, all four of them did, but I wanted to show you those. I don't know, I might be able to hold all of these. So, you guys haven't heard the song Before You Go by Louis Capaldi? You might want to check it out. That's the song that's playing right now. Bottom of the deck is judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. So, we've gone through the fire. We've grown a lot. We're learning, number one, what kind of relationships that we want in our lives and what relationships that we deserve, because we have a loving, compassionate, understanding way that we talk to ourselves, number one. But but in turn, we project that energy. So we'll project that energy in our relationships. And we have the courage, to open up and say what we want in relationships, you know. And this doesn't have to be just romantic relationships, it can be friendships, any kind of ships, situationships, work, anything. Excuse me. Um, but I did mention that judgment card up there. We've all gone through this judgment. Some of it pertains to situations that we've been through, and we're like, okay, yes, I understand what it was I needed to learn from that situation. I've called judgment on it. Issues. I've called judgment on the situation. I know that whatever this was, whether it was a person, place, or thing, a situationship, friendship, love relationship, because that's what we learn from, you know. We learn from those things. Those are the ones that affect us the most, especially like close relationships, familial relationships, sibling relationships. Um, but having the ability to look at it in not a harsh way of judgment, but a way of looking at a situation like, okay, I understand everyone is on their own unique path. Everybody's doing their own learning and healing. We've all been the beginner. We've all done everything in life. You gotta, I think I said it the other night, you gotta crawl before you walk. Um, but now we're looking at those relationships and we're saying, you know what? I'm grateful for that person. I'm grateful for that experience. I'm grateful for that job because it taught me something about me. It taught me something about my own work ethic. It taught me something about maybe how I handle business partnerships. It taught me something about how I handle my friendships and my relationships. But most of all, they mirrored to me the relationships that I had with myself. They mirrored to me the growth that I have within myself. They mirrored to me the freedom and courage that I have within myself. You know, because whatever we are within self, the compassion and the love that we have for ourselves, we project the energy outwards. So another person will show you that, just like a mirror. And I feel like whatever you guys may be going through at this time, with this dedication card, this year, challenges will reap rewards. And I think most of you know this collectively. You know that it's time. It's time. It's time for things to change. And if you can be still, calm and quiet, let things settle, like the cards are talking about here, um, we will continue to grow in all of our situations and relationships in our lives. We're going to have the courage to step into our freedom and create our own happiness. Know that we're the co-creator. We co-create with spirit, and but we also have the higher understanding of this judgment card. The higher understanding that we love ourselves and we know what we've done. We know what we've been through. We've not made, we've some of us are more stubborn than others. Um, but if you can look at yourself and look at the situations that you've put yourself through, Because as we get further on this journey, we figure out, I did that, and I did that, and I created that, and I created that. But if you can look at it that way, then you see everything different. Hey, Ultra Ego, how are you? Thank you. It's good to see you here. I'm just doing an overall energy for tonight. There's a lot of heart chakra awakenings going on, and that's the energy I've been feeling for like the past 3 days. So tonight I wanted to come on and just do an overall reading. Whatever you did miss, though, sweetheart, you can go back and watch the overall energy. But right now I'm on to this part. I'm toward the end of the overall part of it. I'll see what else Spirit wants us to be aware of at this time. But the energy is it's connecting with emotions, with connecting, allowing our emotion to flow. Whatever comes up, whatever has been changing, because like I said before, there's lots of shifts. And I don't know if you've already felt it, but probably about 3 days ago, I felt the love energy. Like I felt embraced, surrounded, and I felt like that new sense, of excitement. You know how you feel. Some people say a kid at Christmas, or like you're really excited to start a new job, or the feeling you used to feel when you would start, first day at school, or meeting someone for the first time, or just that overall love and joy feeling. Excuse me. And that's the energy I was getting. And that's with the shift into Scorpio. And then we do have, and I did check, we do have the moon in Taurus. So that's opposite of Scorpio. We will be in Scorpio energy, but the moon will be in Taurus, which is Scorpio's opposite. But like I was saying before, with this Judgment card, I feel like we don't look at this the same anymore. We don't make judgments on others. We look at ourselves and say, okay, is that person showing me something that is my own energy, or is it their own wounds? Is that something of mine? It's also, about learning your own energy and learning what's yours and what's not yours. Because when you're around certain people, if you're around them for long enough periods of time, you will feel their energy, especially if you're an empath, which I think everybody is, honestly. Everybody has some form of empathic ability to feel another's emotions. Some are just more in tune than others to feel it. But with this Judgment card, I feel like, now we see this in a different light. We don't place blame on others. We know that ultimately, whatever we've concocted up here, or whatever old belief systems we have, in our subconscious, or any of those things that we hadn't healed, we learned that was why we were attracting what we were attracting. So I feel like overall, with the ancestors and what their main messages for the focus is, to just take the time that you need with the changes that are happening. Allow flow. With all this water up here in these two cards that came out, we've also got the blue represents throat chakra, purple is crown, yellow. I was getting that one confused. Solar plexus. So all of those chakras can be affected at this time, but I really was getting more heart chakra, and then, like I mentioned with this card, root chakra. Excuse me. So make sure you take time for you. With this being the underlying issue, I feel like the collective needs to take that time to be still, be calm and quiet. You know, some of you may need to rest more. Some of you, your sleep schedules may have been off. I know mine's been affected. Um, but like I said, I'm getting a lot of nurturing from this card, being very loving to yourself at this time, and showing love to others around you. You know, the ones that have been with you on this journey. You know, allowing that love to flow out of you. You know, I feel like a lot, like I said, the past couple of lives about it being purge energy. Yeah, it's been purge energy, all right. You know, emotion energy. I've had, mine to where I just want to. Sometimes I'll have that moment of wanting to tear up, and then I've just been wanting to watch a lot of romantic shows. Oh, I was going to tell you guys. Make sure if you get a chance, if you watch Disney movies, you have got to see Elemental. It's all four of the elements: earth, air, fire, and water, and they all live together. And it's a very cute movie. It's very romantic because in this movie, none of the elements mix. They don't date each other. They stay with their own. Earth stays with earth, fire stays with fire, water stays with water, etc., right? So this one has a difference in it. You know, it's a very cute story, and it's about them learning what their emotions are about. And I feel like it resonates with this reading tonight about exploring those emotions that since this heart chakra awakening is going on, we're going to be feeling some things that we haven't felt in a while. Because we've kind of put those, some of those on the back burner, blocked it off, so that we could actually look at the things that we had, traumas, belief systems, all of that. We've looked at that stuff. Um, and it was easier to see from a larger perspective when you didn't have all of that emotion attached to it. Now, the emotions just gotta let it flow. And once you've released all this stuff, because right now, I think we've got 1, 2, is it 3 days to the 28th? I think it's 3 days to the 28th. But between now and the moon, the Taurus moon, just make sure that you're giving yourself your own time to yourself. That calmness and stillness. Even if it's just 5 minutes, 2 minutes, in the bathroom, just wherever you gotta go just to get, close your door, go in your room, take some time. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. We have to do that sometimes. We have to. I have to do it daily. Because I don't want the emotion or energy to build up. So, you know, and if you guys don't already do it, it might be a good thing to do it this time. Just allow things to settle within you. Allow whatever emotions are meant to come out, allow them to come out. Let them flow out. If you need to journal about it, if anything comes up that you didn't, subconscious things may come up at this time, things that you may have not realized. A lot of epiphanies I'm getting, epiphany moments. Um, and I feel like that's why they're focusing so much on telling us to be still, be calm and quiet, let things settle. So don't make any rash decisions at this time. Be patient with yourselves. And I did have a few things I was going to say earlier, because these were all things that popped up on my phone. This is why I say sometimes if you look at the things, the notifications you get on your phone, there'll be a message in there. So I started scrolling down through mine, and these are the ones that I saw that were on my phone, because my son asked me, he's like, Mom, why don't you ever get rid of all these notifications? Don't they drive you crazy? I'm like, no. Like, because each one of them, usually I'll have a message in there for me. So I'll give you some examples, and some of these may resonate, may not. But the first notification I had was End of the Road, Boys to Men. It was Pandora, End of the Road. I already said earlier the channeled song, Bare Naked Ladies, 1 week. I woke up with a song. It took me probably 3 or 4 minutes to find the chorus line so I could remember that part of it, to look it up, to find out what the name. Because like I said, I haven't listened to that song a lot. That song may resonate with one of you. The next message I had, Energy Full, get back to it. Then the next one after that, okay, because it says Energy Full, right? Get back to it. The next one, motion detected at 2:42. And I've been getting synchronicities like crazy, and I'm sure you guys are too. Because this is collective. We're all connected, guys. Then I had another one, a notification on another, I think it was another YouTuber's video. Scorpio, today a legend was born. Today is not my birthday, obviously, but I took this as collective Scorpio energy. As far as Scorpio season, we're in Scorpio season. But I also get with that message that we've been reborn. That, in the sense that we've learned the lessons, we've reprogrammed the belief systems, we released the toxic patterns of behavior and beliefs that we have within ourselves. And there's always going to be something, guys. None of us are perfect. Never will be. But we can always strive to do better and do better for our highest good and the highest good of the collective energy. To spread more joy and love to the collective. The next one I had, notification-wise, says Another Dimension, and it came in at 1:23 p.m. Another notification, Scorpio, the Phoenix jumping timelines at 1:15. That's a 7. Those equal a 7. The next one, aligning with your purpose, breaking free, and then that said Pisces, 1:14. So that equals a 6. Then I got the next one, your birthday, can't wait to celebrate you. Waxing gibbous, 88% at 2:42 p.m. So notice the synchronicities, 88, 242. Then I got 24/7 threat protection is on, so letting me know I'm protected. We're protected collectively. Next one said new photos. Then one after that, price cuts, new homes for sale. So I'm like, so that means there's going to be things changing in our lives to where we're going to have new experiences, so we can take new pictures and have new offers come into our life. Getting deals and discounts on things, just all kinds of like good luck energy, all the things that you have been working so hard on yourself to, for yourself to heal those things and then manifest. A lot of you have been trying to manifest or have been working on your manifestation skills. And so some of you will be getting homes, some of you will be moving. getting cars and things like that. Then the other one, I got LinkedIn at 1134 a.m. and that equals a 9. With that energy, I just get like meeting new people, new groups of people, even though I know what LinkedIn is. But to me, I got that as meeting new people, um, creating new connections, new collaborations. Then at 8:41, that's a 13, which equals a 4, which to me is stability, but it says new memory. It was like the ones that pop up for like, yeah, pictures and things like that. New memory, 8:41 a.m. With it being a 9 though, I feel like it's like an upgrade or a download or, you know, changing in the way we process things. We process our emotions. We process everything about us. Like I was talking about that LML movie. The way we see things, the way we approach things, um, looking more inward instead of outward. Um, the next one I got 8 years ago today, October 24th, 2015. So that date may be relevant. Hello, Divinely Protected. Yes, sweetheart, it is. Tonight I was just going to do an overall collective reading because I was feeling a lot of the heart chakra openings, and the past 3 weeks I'm doing channel messages that I got today, right now, but I've already done the collective, so you can rewind if you would like. But then I have some stuff I need to get done tomorrow, so I won't be on too late tonight. I'm just going to be on for a little while. Um, but yeah, I'm just doing a collective read. I appreciate you being here, though. So right now I'm just doing channel messages. If you would like to watch the collective, you can just rewind, and I will be here, and you can watch the rest of it. Below the 8 years ago today, October 24th, 2015, like I said, that may apply to one of you. It may have some resonance. Um, if you don't know uh, that date, I mean, it may be someone's birthday that you know, or it can be something in your text messages or your emails or pictures or just anything. The one I got after that was new follower. And the reason I'm doing these is because our higher self, guides, ancestors, they give us messages any way that they can so that we do receive the messages. And this is what I noticed every time, like, because I always keep my notifications until I've seen them and then I swipe them off. Well, I started noticing a pattern. You're welcome. You're welcome. I started noticing a pattern on my phone, not to mention all of the synchronistic numbers that I was seeing consistently, especially this past month. But I started noticing that each one of those meant something. So uh, now when I see them, I'm like, okay, so what does this mean to me? How does this apply to me? And like I was saying, each one of these applied in one way, shape, or form. And since so much of it, and I'm a Scorpio, I feel like this applies to this season right now that we're in, because we're officially Scorpio season. Even though the full moon, I did find out, is the 28th, and it is in Taurus, which is Scorpio's opposite. So if you have Scorpio or Taurus in your major signs, your sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, those may be ones that are very prevalent as far as feeling this energy. And it really just depends on where you are on your path, and everybody's in different spots. But I feel like the ones that resonate with me are probably in the same little blip in time, that were in a very similar energy. But the next one I had was upcoming earnings price alert. So, like I said earlier, with the one where it said new photos, price cut, new homes for sale, new memories, new new offers, offers, sales on things, to where you can get the home that you want or the car that you want. I feel like there's just a whole lot of new things that we've been manifesting that are coming into fruition. And I feel like it's because with the ancestor card, like I was talking about with this one, where this reminded me of winter because all of the trees up there don't have any leaves, and then there's just snow. So I'm getting winter time. So this, I'm getting this, this winter. There's going to be between now and this eclipse on the 28th. That's the purge. That's the release, and then between now and the end of this year, there's going to be so many changes, so many things that we've if I can talk, manifested. Apparently, it's a word. Manifested will be starting to show up, and a lot of them we're going to be really surprised about. The next one I had Pandora, your soundtrack to Rock On, and it had like the Rock On, Rock On, and then Metallica radio. I haven't listened to Metallica in forever, like a long time ago, and that was during the days when I was maybe in my 20s and not in a good place. But this past couple days, all I've been getting is love songs and bluesy songs and feel-good music and just wanting to watch, things like that, things that pertain to that type of energy. It's whatever you feed yourself, and not just food, whatever you feed yourself through your eyes, through your senses, but whatever you're watching on TV, whatever you're listening to with your ears, any of your senses, that's what you're feeding your soul. So be mindful about that too. Watch things that make you feel joyful and make you feel nurtured and loved, especially during this time. Um, don't listen to stuff that may make you sad and depressed, because you don't want to shift your energy and not and have some, which I don't think any of you would have an issue at this time to come back out of it. But I mean, some of you may have to do it. Some of you may have some stuff, some emotions that you need to purge out during this purge that we're going through right now. And you may need to listen to some music that's going to rattle it out of you, or watch some movies that's going to rattle it out of you. I mean, I've had to do that myself. Listen to the songs that I didn't want to listen to, that I would run away from, because I had attached a memory to that song. And I've had so many throughout my life. I've attached memories to songs. And I had to make myself listen to the songs until it got to where it didn't have the effect on me that it used to. Because I faced the memory of that. The memory of that song. What I attached, the memory I attached to that song. I faced it. Allow the energy to flow. Allow. That's what this energy is about right now, is allowing. And the last one that I had was Spirit Science, 3:11 p.m. And Jesus was a rap star. That was the last one I had on there. And I thought, all right. So, basically just us stepping into who we are. Just being who we are. Not everybody's going to like us. But, I mean, did everybody like us before? I mean, honestly, before we did any work, I mean, did everybody like us before? So it shouldn't be a big deal, right? Now we have new experiences, new people, new things to learn. So there's going to be new connections in our lives. And I really feel like that's the energy that's going on right now. With all of this, this is like, at first I heard calm before the storm, but I feel like the storm has already happened. That's been this year. I feel like it's been the whole year and maybe a couple years before that. I know for me it's been like 4 years. But for you guys, I mean, it can vary, honestly. But I feel like this right now is we've already had that. Now we're just in the energy of allowing ourselves to step in to our heart chakra and feel the emotion. If anything that is going away. Because I feel like a lot of things that, we've already been through the fire and things are going away, but we always know that when something leaves, something comes in its place. So, and most of us are, very joyful and thankful for where we are in the moment. So, if you can remain there, and I think the majority of you are having no problem with that, just remember to take some time for yourself. Be kind and gentle on yourself. Take the time that you need so that you can actually receive the downloads that you're needing to get at this time. Anything that you want to release, I'm pretty sure most of you are probably, if you haven't already gotten the downloads on what you need to release, you'll be getting that information. And I feel like most of it we've already released. So if there's anything that you just want to let go, write down, do a burn ceremony, anything like that, you guys can let me know. Because I was considering possibly doing a burn ceremony for the eclipse. So anything that needs to, that, I need to just, anything that's in there that needs to come out. If I have anything that I need to put on that paper, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready. I'm ready for the real me to stand out and say, you know what, this is me. And, I'm going to be courageous. I'm going to be free. Because that's why I was born. I was born to be free. And I am courageous and I can do it. I'm not afraid. I know I'm protected. I know I'm going to have new relationships and I'm ready for new relationships because I've grown. I'm ready to face that. Ready to move forward. And yes, things will be different. This has been a big change for a lot of us. And I feel like kind of this last year has been more of discovering who we are and what we really want. Like truly from the depths of our soul, what is it that we really want to manifest? Not the stuff that we've had, throughout the last, for me, it's been over 4 years. What it was back then, I look at things totally different now, and I don't want to necessarily manifest the things that I was thinking about 4 years ago that I wanted to manifest because I don't see things that way anymore. I see it different. So now I'm more of just, you know, wanting to make sure I'm taking care of myself, the love and compassion within myself, having that for myself. That way I can give that to others in a very unconditional, loving way. And when you can get to a space, and I have my days, I have my peaks and my valleys. We will. I mean, I believe it says that in the Bible somewhere about peaks and valleys. Um, there's a lot of things in there, and that taught me a lot, but I had to see it deeper than what it was. Um, but yeah, this is the collective message I have for tonight. Some of those messages may resonate with you, some of them may not, as far as the channel messages. But pay attention to your phone. Start paying attention to your notifications and see if any of them give you heads up. If any of them are kind of going to let you know what kind of day you're going to have, or what I mean, just check it out. I really think you're going to be surprised. It surprised me. Um, but yeah, that is what I have for tonight. It's not going to be a long one tonight because, like I said, I've got some stuff I need to do tomorrow. Um, but yeah, this is the collective reading for tonight. I will try to be on tomorrow night and do a live. I might do some free readings. I don't know. I was thinking about doing love readings, and I was going to incorporate this deck, this Signs and Skymates. So I may do that maybe tomorrow, if not tomorrow. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. So, anyways, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate your likes, your shares, and subscribes. That does help it kind of get out there and get circulated so other people can see it. If you would like to donate to the channel, the link is below. And I appreciate you guys very much for coming to my channel. And I thank you. Oh, crap. I just remembered something, guys. Any of the ones that have subscribed to me so far, and you've watched the last couple lives, when I was talking about the Ants movie, it's not the one called Ants. You need to watch the one called Bug's Life. It applied to me as far as, realizing some of my potentials, but I feel like if you guys watch it, you'll see something too. Like, it'll help you to get that, that not have the fear, because that movie was all about that, about being courageous. It was about them being courageous and standing up. So yeah, not being afraid. But anyways, sorry, I was toward the end, but yeah, sending lots of love to you guys, and thanks for coming in and hanging around, and I appreciate you guys very much. And you guys have a beautiful evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night.